What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday, the 30th, episode number 30 this year. And, wow. I've got goosebumps already. I had an experience on TikTok about 5 minutes ago that was just absolutely amazing. I'm going to invite this guy right here, right now, though, because it was such an amazing experience. So I had somebody tell me, hey man, I would just absolutely love it if you would do the option where we could call in and ask you fucking questions, dog. And I was like, damn, I never would have thought of that. And he was like, I would literally do anything right now to be able to talk to you. And I was like, okay, wow, that's really mind blowing, because literally every time I've done a TikTok live video recently, it straight up says, like, you have gotten more new followers and more attention than 99% of the people with similar followings to what you have. And it tells me a few things. What's up, Lacey? What's up, Stanley? What's up, Chris? It tells me a few things. First off, it tells me that this is making an impact in people's fucking lives. You understand how powerful that is to me? It tells me that this shit that everybody wants to judge me for all over my face is actually making a fucking difference, because people are like, wait a second. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Let's hear about it. It's telling me not to stop. And I went over some things that were really fucking hard and painful for me to talk about in that live video. And I'm going to do it again here because it was just such a powerful experience for me. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are an anointed. You are anointed. You are a chosen generation. Guys, you're made of love. You're made from love. The only thing in the world, the only thing that is limitless in this universe is spirit. The only thing that is limitless in this universe is the fucking creator and the spirit behind that. And here's the thing about it, guys, is that I see it constantly. People doubt themselves. People doubt the people around them. People doubt their fucking creator. I'm going to put this out there real quickly, guys. I want you to understand something that's so fucking powerful. If you don't, then you're fucking tripping. It don't matter if you believe in God or not. Either way, you're still 1 in 7.5 fucking billion. Do you understand how fucking rare you are? Do you understand how dope that makes you? Do you understand what a disservice it is to you and how beautiful and amazing you are to doubt yourself? Our fucking world is ate up with it. Ate up with fucking doubt. Ate up with worrying about whether or not some shit's gonna work. It's not always gonna work. You're gonna take an L sometimes, man. I heard something that Eric Thomas said today that gave me fucking chills. Even God took a fucking L. God took an L with fucking Satan, with Lucifer. You're gonna get hit sometimes, guys. It's not about having a fucking 100-0 win ratio. I think that fucking 36-7 is pretty dope. That's a fucking great win-to-loss ratio. It's not about winning 24-7. It's about winning with consistency and learning from your L's. Your L's are a gift from God to teach you, because he knows you're fucking strong enough. He knows you're smart enough. And he knows the lesson is powerful enough to teach you. I took what I thought was the biggest fucking L of my life when I lost my business, my house, my family, and my fiance all in the same fucking 2 weeks. It has turned into the fucking biggest windfall I've ever had in my life. It has allowed me to create a fucking life that's different from anything that I ever imagined I'd experience. Anything is possible with the belief that it's fucking possible. With the understanding that you are your creator's favorite. I know that seems weird, the favorite amongst 7.5 billion, but you are the favorite you. I'm my fucking creators. I'm God's favorite Justin. Justin Hadlock. Justin fucking face tats McMotherfucking Gee Hadlock. And because of that, I can with confidence say that it doesn't matter if anybody else understands me. We talked about this in church today, man. People are so worried about impressing the fucking world, man. Meanwhile, your creator already fucking loves you and has all these fucking amazing plans, but you wanted people down the street to see your dope rims when you park in front of your fucking house that ain't even worth what the rims are worth. There's no other fucking calling. There's nothing in life that's more worth it than for you to chase what makes you feel alive. God wants you to thrive. But he doesn't want you to make the process, he doesn't want you to make the product at the end of the process the goal. The thing is that when I hit my goals, when I land that TED Talk, when I fucking have a coaching business that's touching lives across the fucking country and the world, it's already in process. When I have real estate holdings and I have the fucking income that I can start investing in my community to change lives when they're young and they can fucking be molded more easily than before they get to fucking prison, and even change lives in prison. When those things happen, I will know it is because each time I reach that goal, I've already cast it to the side. I'm no longer looking to stand on a fucking pile of my achievements, and I'm looking to walk hand in hand with my creator into the future that he can use me for. I am a tool of my creator. Nothing more and nothing less. But that is a pretty dope thing to be able to be the tool of the master blacksmith of creation, to be the paintbrush of the artist who has painted reality into existence, to be the words of the poet who spoke creation into the darkness. How could you doubt yourself? How could you look at yourself in the mirror knowing that you are 1 in 7.5 billion, knowing that God wants you to thrive, knowing that you serve a God that's more powerful than anything that you could ever imagine, and look at yourself and say, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it? I want you to get fucking impatient with that shit. I want you to look at the stuff that God's placing in your heart that you know you want to do, that inspirational life that is waiting for you around the corner, and to get fucking impatient with it and start chasing it. I read something else out of that book, An Enemy Called Average, the other day, that like faith moves mountains, but it brings a pick. People often misunderstand opportunity because it's wearing overalls and looks like hard work. Why would God want you to succeed without hard fucking work? You wouldn't value it? But I need you to understand, when your focus is here, it doesn't hurt as bad when that fucking hammer falls down to form you into that tool. It doesn't feel as painful when you recognize that your experiences are molding you into something more powerful than you could ever fucking imagine. To know that I have learned so much in my journey, and I've tried to get my spiritual side so right that I can imagine myself striking down the enemies in my life with love as I do so, without the idea that I hate them, understanding that anybody that goes against me is misguided, because I want success for everybody. I want my haters to be successful. Maybe then they'll stop fucking hating all the time. I want the ops to be successful. Maybe then they'll stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. I want the people that work for me, with me, around me, see me, people that fucking hear me, to elevate so fast that they sprint past me, and that I can say, fuck yeah, dog, good job. And be ready to congratulate them at the finish line. I don't give a fuck if I'm first. I just want to be able to say I competed with the best. And hopefully, man. I know I will. I know I will stand with giants in my life. I know that I will be around the people and eventually will be in conferences speaking with people that I look up to right now. Being opening acts for people like fucking Eric Thomas. Being the type of person that opens for the people that are my fucking heroes that eventually gets to rub shoulders in the same circles with those people. It ain't about me versus other people. It's about me versus me. But because I understand that, I know that I'm performing at a level, putting energy into something that will put me in those places. And you can too. The hardest part about this is that the scariest fucking thing ever is to dig deep in this. To get a pick and a shovel and dig into this and figure out why you keep fucking yourself over. Ask yourself who hurt you when you were young that made you think that it was okay to do the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. Because everything in here that is fucking your life up is done out of fear. Everything that's done fucked up in your life that you're doing is out of fear. And it's fucking amazing, Austin. Love it, man. Love it. Full of good shit, dog. Every time I open a page, I'm like, damn. Great book, man. Great. Thank you for giving it to me. I already ordered my own copy. For real, I did. Been reading it to my kids. Lacey, Brooks in here. I read it to her the other day. Like, it's good stuff, man. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Love it. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Love is an endless resource. Creativity is an endless resource. You will never run into somebody that says, oh man, I was too creative yesterday. I don't have any creativity left today. Never run into somebody that say, oh man, I just gave my kids too much love. I don't got no more love left for my other kids today. I gave my spouse all my love today. I don't have energy for my kids. And when you come home from work and you're like, I just don't have the energy for my family, you're fucking short selling yourself and you're short selling them too. The only non-renewable resource you fucking have is time. Everything else is renewable. Energy, love, money, resources. It's all fucking renewable. Stop selling everything short in your life because you're tired. You know what? You're tired right now? You're too tired? All right. Imagine somebody calls you right fucking now and says, you just won $1 million and it's legit. It's not a scam and you fucking know it is. Or maybe you put in for the lottery and you just find out you just got a fucking $34 million paycheck. And you're going to tell me that you're going to get up and be like, I'm too tired to fucking check up on that. Man, fuck that. You know better. You know better. You're selling yourself short. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light so that you could enjoy the journey with him. The whole thing is about having a relationship with God, not having a relationship with the things you want God to give you. I'm going to have nice shit in my life. I'm going to have nice things. I'm going to have nice people. But that's because I recognize that that's not the problem. I stand in front of my shit, not behind it. Yeah, I'd like to have a fucking Bentley someday. We'll have a Bentley someday. But I'm not going to define myself by it. But hey, man, guess what, too? If you can drive a vehicle like that down the road and come from the fucking type of past I did, where I was sitting in trap houses hoping that that was going to be the one that killed me, then you can get other people to pay attention too, because it's the reality is as you start to achieve these things, you realize they're just as fucking empty as the drugs were. But the impact that I can have on my community and the people that I love is fucking timeless. Love is an endless resource. My well of love in my heart feels more and more daily, and I pour it onto every situation, no matter how frustrated, angry, difficult, time-consuming, irritating that situation might be. I pour love on it, and before I'm fucking done, no matter how hard it was, I know I did right. I can look at my Creator and say, thank you for fucking putting peace in my heart. Thank you for showing me that my pain is my purpose. Thank you for showing me that my purpose is my passion. Thank you for showing me that the worth is in the work. That authenticity is the universal principle that will take everybody to the next level. But to be authentic, you got to get to know you. You got to get to know you. The beautiful, one of a kind, singular you. I said this in my TikTok video today, man. I know too many fucking people that have died from addiction. I know too many people that there was fucking help that could have helped them. But the hardest part about it is that you can't force somebody to take it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That help can come in the form of NA, AA, fucking recovery, anything you can imagine. There's a million different ways that you can seek that help. But here's the fucking deal, man. Addiction is a disease of disconnection and lack of hope. Do you understand how depressed those people were and how much I was for me to think that getting high was the best thing I'd ever experienced in my life? To think that that was the only way I'd ever feel right? Do you understand how utterly fucking hopeless those people feel? And for me to come out of that and then just sit here and never say a word about it, never try to lift another human being up, never try to build somebody up with my words like somebody did to me, well, I might as well have just stayed fucking high. I might as well have just stayed in the trap house. I might as well have eaten that fucking bullet I wanted to last year when Cassie died and I didn't fucking know what else to do except for to cry my eyes out and tattoo and make money and hope that I could come enough out of my emotions daily to make some plans for my fucking future while I lived in a little rental house that I was trading tattoos for. And yet here I find myself in a relationship that I don't even know how to feel about sometimes because it's so fucking powerfully connected to God. I find myself in a business that I've poured myself into and God has blessed over and over again because my goal has never been to get rich off of my people. It's always been to help people. I spend more fucking money on my people than any shop I've ever worked at and any shop I've ever heard of. I spend more time, energy, more time and focus, more time and money, and more love for my people than I've ever fucking experienced myself. Because you know what I don't want to be? I have a journal that I write in every day. Every day. And one of the questions in this journal is, in one word, describe the type of person you want to be today. All right? Every day. It's a little digital one. All right? And Liz, love you. I'm so sorry you're going through what you're going through, and I know that you've probably heard that a million times. But one day, all of this stuff isn't going to feel so sharp anymore. And when that day happens, it's gonna feel weird. But your process is amazing, and I love that you've reached out to me, and I love that you're gonna let me do this tattoo for you. And I love that I got to experience some of y'all's life together. And I want you to know that God loves you. And although it doesn't make sense right now, that this pain has a purpose, and that purpose will turn into something that you could never have imagined how powerful it will be one day. I know because that's what's happened to me. The days I spent crying my fucking eyes out in that tiny little house in West Liberty off of fucking 519 in the middle of nowhere seemed like they were a million fucking years ago now. And here's the thing. I love you. If you ever need to talk, I'm not joking. You just reach out to me. I'm serious about that. I just seen you come in here and I just had to take a second and tell you I fucking love you. My heart goes out to you. Lacey knows this pain too. And it's just weird too, like realistically speaking, it's really weird the connection that we all fucking ended up having through all that stuff, man. It's fucking weird. But trust us, we know all too well these fucking pains. We know all too well how it feels to lose these people that are so close to us. And I know more than anything that God and Tim both want you to thrive and make them proud. Let me hit this real quick because I saw that and I got sidetracked. But all right, 2022 January. All right, and the 30th today. All right. Sorry guys, just give me a second here. Finding it would be easier if I could just turn to a specific page, but it is simply not that fucking convenient. Where's the 29th? There we go. Sorry guys. Okay. So, one word that I want to describe the type of person I want to be today and why. I want to be outstanding. I don't want to be outstanding because I want to like impress people. I don't want to be outstanding because I want to like have something to show for it. Here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. You're 1 in 7.5 billion. You are as rare as they come. You were made by that master blacksmith of creation. I've had goosebumps for fucking 20 minutes. This message has been in my fucking heart so much. But because you were made by greatness, greatness is in you, and every moment you spend not living up to your potential is a moment you spend in pain, needing to fucking run from it, to run from that pain in any way, shape, or form you can. My message to myself, be above average in everything you do. Your spiritual walk, as a father, as a partner, as a baby daddy. As hard as that is, as angry as I want to fucking be right now about all the stuff that's going on with that, as angry as I want to be, I'm still pouring love on it. I want to be above average. I don't want to be like everybody else. I look at the results the fucking world has and I want nothing to do with them. Because if the results out there and the lives and the fucking way people feel out there is what I have to look forward to if I act like them, no fucking thank you. Just that. Above average. Kept it simple today. And I'll leave you with one last thought here before I go, an invite to ask yourself these things and to change your life with the following information. And here's the information for you guys. You are not a carpenter. You are not a fucking mechanic. You're not a tattoo artist. You're not your job. You're not your feelings. You're not just a father. You're not a mother. You are a child of God. You are fearfully and fucking wonderfully made. You are anointed. You are made by greatness. Greatness is in you. You are a fucking warrior. You are a spiritual warrior. And we are in spiritual combat 24/7. When I say spiritual combat, I don't mean that we need to change the whole fucking world. We need to change ourselves. I'm not a soldier. I'm a warrior. Soldiers get hired. Warriors are born. That's all there is to it. You are a spiritual fucking warrior. And God has clad you in the armor of truth and given you the sword of love and is desiring for you to strike down the evils of the world with love in your heart and in your focus. And if we all do that, the cascade effect around us will be unfucking stoppable. I believe that we don't live in a world right now that's on the edge of collapse. I believe that we are in a world right now that is on the edge of spiritual transformation. But that edge is a fucking knife's blade and it could go either direction. So we have to fucking do it for God. We have to be there and enact God's word. The last thing here, I got to say this real quickly. It's one of my favorite phrases on this. If you're a warrior and you're looking at the field of combat and there is the enemy's army there, Nothing less than a full commitment, victory or death will do it. We need to hold our shield high, draw our swords, and run into combat until we are stuck in. That is to run into combat until you are so deep in the melee that the option to retreat has fucking left the building. It is victory or death, because I would rather die fighting for a worthy cause than live for myself and my own personal gratification. I love all of you. I'll see you tomorrow.